Hello and welcome back to F1 Every Week. I am your host Ben Wevel, and today I'm going to be covering all of the latest news pieces from Formula 1 in this, the first episode of 2023. You can listen to the podcast on the streaming platform of your choice, including YouTube, Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And now, without further ado, let's get into episode 85. There has been a considerable New Year's lull in terms of F1 news this time around, but there have been some major updates in the lead up to the 2023 livery reveal season. First off is Ferrari, who became the second team after Aston Martin to reveal a launch date for next season's Scuderia Challenger. The prancing horse will release their 2023 car on the 14th of February, only 9 days prior to the first day of Bahrain winter testing. Ferrari plan to capitalise on a significant mechanical improvement in 2022, which saw the team take their first victory since Singapore 2019, and their highest points tally since Charles Leclerc joined the squad. However, a severe lapse in strategy and some considerable mistakes cost the team as the season progressed. This season will prove whether or not Ferrari can match their sky-high potential and challenge the Red Bulls for the remainder of this regulation cycle. Next up, it was announced on the 26th of December that AlphaTauri would release their 2023 livery in the Big Apple. This glamorous New York event has been described as a livery reveal as opposed to a full unveiling of their 2023 car, and will take place on the 11th of February, with a full chassis design arriving at a later date. I personally don't really see the need in spending the majority of the year's cost cap on a mere livery reveal, especially considering that the last 3 AlphaTauri designs have been almost indiscernible from one another. But it's not my money, I guess. AlphaTauri plan to make some major changes this season after a sour end to Pierre Gasly's tenure as lead driver. His 23-point tally, the worst full season in his Formula 1 career. The Frenchman's first podiumless season since 2018, combined with a dire 12-race pointless streak for Yuki Tsunoda, resulted in a measly 9th in the Constructors' Championship for AlphaTauri, their worst finish in half a decade. Both Yuki Tsunoda and the incoming Nick de Vries will have to push themselves much further than they have before and prove which of the two will take the initiative for the years to come, stepping into Pierre Gasly's place. Finally, this week, just today, the 4th, Alpine have announced the release of their 2023 Challenger, the A523. The French team will launch their latest car on the 16th of February in London. As opposed to the other 2 teams I've mentioned, Alpine have been significantly on the up in the past few seasons. Despite the team not having taken a podium for the first time since 2019 in the 2022 season, Alpine improved from 5th to 4th in the Constructors' Championship, thanks to the incredible consistency of their drivers Ocon and Alonso, who, excluding DNFs, scored points in 83% of their collective 44 races. In 2022, however, after the surprise exit of 2-time world champion Fernando Alonso to Aston Martin, and that of Oscar Piastri, their hope for the future, to McLaren, the Enstone-based team now place all of their faith in a French lineup, courtesy of Pierre Gasly, who I mentioned earlier. Similarly to the AlphaTauri situation, it is not entirely clear which of the two experienced Frenchmen will take the lead driver role. But if Esteban Ocon remains his lightning form from 2023, which resulted in 8th place in the championship, far clear of his retirement-stricken teammate, and manages to put aside his rivalry between fellow Frenchman Pierre Gasly, then he should be able to assert dominance within his squad, which he has now had a relationship with for 3 seasons. Thank you for listening to F1 Every Week. For more F1 news, and especially these livery reveal announcements, tune in next time.